Then the attention to detail, very important. This is what I call as, it's not always that we need to go down all the time, but when we talk about any problem or any system or anything, any product, we're looking at it from a very high level first, and then at a 30,000 feet view, the business angle view, what it is presenting to us, and then delve deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, and then we actually get to the specifics. So that's why I call it as a T curve. I think people do, there's some industry term called T curve. So you actually have some broader, the mile wide, and then the inch deep. So initially it's all about this mile wide. You have a broader outlook to the problem. You look at all the related items. So it is broader, very broad. It's mile wide. And then it's pretty, if you really go into the details, it's not much. You don't really know the how it is working, but you know the what, when, why, where, and who. But as you go deeper into the analysis, you're trying to understand more and more, you're getting into the detailing of that. So that's where you actually get to mile deep and inch wide. So that's where the agile approach of user stories, epics would really come in. So the focus is actually, as a BA, you should be focused on the product rather than the project. It's about the product thinking. It's not about the project thinking. It's about the problems and not the solutions. Solution is important. You should facilitate the creation of solutions for the problem, but as BAs, as we discussed before, it's about understanding the domain, understanding the markets, understanding the specific industry, the organization as such, the previous projects, the competition, all of these. And then with that understanding, how can we identify the problems, the needs, the opportunities, the constraints, challenges, and then be able to kind of prioritize them with the help of business, and then come up with kind of solutions or kind of approaches or options to that particular set of prioritized problems. So that's again very important as BAs we need to really bring onto the table. And then it's all about facilitation, as we discussed. It's not about implementation, that it's not about you doing something. It's not about actually you creating a database, going to the live server and trying to do the database importing and then changing the fields in a database table. You don't have to do that, because obviously there are implications about it. If you try and do something like that, the live server would go down, and then it's going to impact the existing production environment. So we as BA should be able to have enough knowledge to understand what table perhaps needs to change. So that's where the business, the data modeling would come into play. So you've got the entities, you've got all the tables that you identified, the logical construct of that. So with that knowledge, you can then approach either the development team or the DBA, the database administrator, to say that, okay, can you just change this table, add these columns, and run the query and get this data. I think that's to me is a sensible approach. So you're facilitating things, but you're not really doing things when it comes to the solution space, when you actually try and implement a solution. And communication, needless to say, very important. What and why over how, very important. The focus is on what, which is the functionality, and why, which is the rationale, the motivation, and the logical aspects of it, and the when, the where, and who, more than the how it should be done, how it should be developed, how it should be implemented. So again, it's about the ownership. It's about trying to lay the roadmap. It's about scoping in or scoping out. It's about the release management working in tandem with the product owner. So trying to set that, what is a major release, what is a minor release, how often should we release, is it every 6 months, within the 6 month major release, how many minor releases should go, and how many iterations, how many sprints can we have for each release, and what features are important from the business point of view and from the technical feasibility point of view. All of these are, again, that's where we can contribute as BAs.